Welcome to today's Explainer. We're talking about a skill that honestly is an absolute game changer. I'm talking about calendar management. But wait, we aren't just looking at this as some basic app on your phone. We're going to explore the calendar as a foundational pillar of professional practice. So if you want to take absolute control of your time, you are definitely in the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this paradigm shift. For the longest time, keeping a schedule has been framed as a mere productivity tip. Little life hack to squeeze more studying into your weekend. But the material we're looking at today argues for a completely different approach. We need to treat your calendar as a core professional practice. It's not just about you checking things off a to-do list. Actually, scratch that, it's way bigger than that. It is the very basis of professional etiquette. It's literally how you signal to the world that you're organized, reliable, and respectful of time.
Which brings us to a pretty wild question. Have you ever actually been explicitly taught how to maintain a professional calendar? Think about your typical university experience for a second. You go to lectures on all these complex theories, you spend hours in labs learning super intricate methodologies, but this essential micro lesson, it's almost always missing. So many students arrive at university and eventually hit the workforce having literally never received a formal lesson in how to manage their time professionally. Well, we're going to fix that right now.
So the crucial point is this single guiding golden rule. If someone looks at your calendar, can they reliably tell when you are available? I want you to just pause for a sec and really absorb the weight of that. If a professor, a classmate, or a future boss glanced at your schedule right now, would they see a clear, accurate picture of your time? Or would they just have to, guess? This one simple principle dictates whether your system is actually working or if it's completely failing.
To make sure your answer to that golden rule is a resounding yes, we have to build a rock-solid foundation. And that starts with habit number 1, putting absolutely all of your fixed commitments into your calendar right away. We're talking about the non-negotiables, your lectures, tutorials, labs, scheduled meetings, work shifts, defense commitments, and, this is a big one, travel time. These are the moments when you genuinely, physically cannot attend something else. By blocking these out first, you establish the absolute, immutable structure of your week.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how to handle that genuine unavailability. Let's imagine you have an appointment that runs from 2 to 3 p.m. Obviously, you don't just magically teleport there, right? If you need 30 minutes to travel, your calendar must reflect a travel buffer starting at 1:30 p.m. Because if you only block that 2 to 3 window, someone is definitely going to try to schedule a meeting with you at 1:45 thinking you're completely free. Blocking time when you're genuinely unavailable, transit included, is what protects your schedule from those impossible overlaps.
Now, once you know how to block the time, you absolutely have to master the timing of the blocking. This rule is non-negotiable, folks. Add commitments immediately. Do not rely on remembering them later. We have all fallen into that trap, haven't we? Thinking, oh yeah, I'll definitely remember to put that in my calendar when I get home. Spoiler alert, you won't. Or you'll remember it literally 5 minutes before it starts. The most professional habit you can possibly build is logging events the absolute second you find out about them.
So let's contrast two pretty problematic states here. An empty calendar versus an outdated one. You might think an empty calendar is the absolute worst-case scenario because it means you aren't tracking anything at all. But honestly, an outdated calendar is way worse. If a meeting gets canceled or moved or is just no longer relevant but it's still sitting there on your schedule, it creates a totally false reality. People are going to think you're swamped when you're actually free, or you might completely miss out on new opportunities because your schedule is full of ghost meetings. You've got to keep those changes current.
Another massive piece of the calendar puzzle is interpersonal communication, specifically how you handle meeting invitations. When someone invites you to collaborate, whatever you do, don't just leave that invitation sitting in your inbox unanswered. It leaves the organizer completely hanging in the dark. In reality, you only have 3 clear choices. Step 1, accept the invite if you can make it. Step 2, decline it if you can't. Or Step 3, propose another time. Prompt responses are literally what keep the gears of collaboration turning smoothly.
And that leads us right into how we verbally communicate our time to others. The rule here is super simple. Check first. Never, ever just guess and say, yeah, I think I'm free Wednesday. Guessing is the absolute enemy of a professional schedule. When you casually offer up time without checking, you're just setting yourself up for double bookings and some really awkward apologies later. Instead of guessing, just take 5 seconds. Open your calendar, verify your actual open slots, and give accurate times. It shows respect for your own time and for the person you're talking to.
I love this next point because it is just disproportionately powerful. Ready? It only takes 1 single minute. By spending literally 60 seconds reviewing what's coming up the next day before you log off for the night, you mentally prepare yourself. You catch any sneaky conflicts, and you completely prevent missed meetings or those awful last-minute panic moments. It is a tiny, tiny investment of time with a massive professional payoff.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it reveals the ultimate payoff of everything we've been talking about. Think about this. An up-to-date calendar is not just for you. It allows other people to work effectively with you. That right there is the core message of professionalism. Managing your schedule isn't just about making sure you personally don't miss a lab. It's a fundamental way of respecting other people's time. It lets your peers, your professors, your team coordinate with you smoothly, totally friction-free. Let's move to and see how this builds into a highly actionable summary. The source material lays out what we can call the calendar standard, and it basically boils down to these 3 simple but super powerful steps. Step 1, if you're unavailable, your calendar should show it. Step 2, if your availability changes, update it immediately. Step 3, if you get invited to something, respond to it. Honestly, if you can just master this basic 3-step standard, you're going to operate at a level of professionalism that will set you apart absolutely anywhere.
Which brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. I really want you to take a hard look at your own schedule today and ask yourself honestly, is your calendar helping others work with you, or is it holding them back? Are you communicating reliability, or are you just creating confusion? You've got the tools and the standards now to make a real change, so apply this professional standard today. Respect your time, respect everyone else's time, and just watch how much it transforms your workflow. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep on learning.